Okay.
Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey from Ripe Color, and
This is Nancy Jean in my garden.
this is the duo reading. Is that right? The daily duo
Daily duo.
for December 20th. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll get it right. Maybe one day I won't. It doesn't
Well, we've
really
been doing it for a month. We'll work it out.
So we both read on the same energies for the day for the collective, which are body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. But we read in different mediums. I read tarot cards, and Nancy Jean reads crystals on the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, we both offer private readings as well. We both offer different physical goods. I design textiles, scarves, paintings, etc. And Nancy has gardens as well as grids available for purchase.
So I'll have a picture. I'll put a grid in this one.
I knew it was coming.
This is the grid, and it's stones that are affixed to a frame, and it's based on a reading done for you. So this is your energy.
Right. And when you order the garden, it comes with the scarf that you see, not that exact one, but a replica of it,
Yeah.
as well as stones to throw and
Right.
instructions.
Right. Cheat sheet. So and it's a really good medium, I think, for reading yourself,
Right.
which sometimes cards for me, even though I've been a card reader forever, cards are not.
Yeah,
So
I can't read for myself.
the reason we went to this overall overarching view of the macro is because we're talking about body, mind, and spirit, and grounding and clarity. And it works, that sort of energy works better in the garden. So Jeffrey accommodates by reading it with the cards. So I'm gonna go, you can shuffle away.
I'm shuffling away.
Okay, I'm gonna get ready to toss. Very good.
And did I say that this is the reading for the 20th? I think
We
I
did. We
Okay,
did
good.
make that. I checked that off on my, am I hearing everything I need to hear?
3, 4, 5. This is interesting. Okay, now didn't the past come up yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, well, here's the past again.
Yep. Yeah, I've got some things in the same sort of places too.
Wow. All right, so I'm getting this whole thing just from these 5 cards. So what I'm getting is you might not be seeing things completely clearly because maybe there's like there's too much energy or too many energies involved in it. Like you might not be getting it really clear. You might think you're seeing it clearly, but I think you're seeing it clearly, but actually it's clear that what you're seeing is not something you're seeing clearly. Okay, now let's get to the cards. I'll tell you why I see that. Okay, so here we have, so I talked about this, this is about the past, but it's also about memory, and memory is tricky. Oh, I thought that was the way it went. Oh, yeah, well, and then your friend who was next to you says, no, that's not the way it went. This is the way it went. Okay. So I'm feeling a little bit trickiness of that. The reason I say that is because I get the 7 of Cups afterwards. Could also be choose your joy, but I think, you choose your joy and you choose what you want if you have a clearer vision, as opposed to, oh, I'll just take that. Things are not always as they appear. And then the other reason I'm saying that, because it goes further and further, is I have the 5, which is, a little chaotic, right? A little bit chaotic, a little bit, everyone has their opinion. But the funny thing about this card, even though it's a card of conflict, no one's actually hitting each other. They're not quite there. Everyone's grandstorming. What's the word?
Grandstanding or barnstorming?
Grandstanding. Everyone's grandstanding. So there's a lot of that, a lot of a show. There's a lot of
Mhm.
show going on. And the reason I keep on coming back to all this illusion stuff is because I have the devil here.
Oh, okay.
So nothing is really quite as you seem. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing. Is that really good for me? Is that not good for me? Am I being too greedy? Am I just, expressing myself? It's a little bit like that. That's what the whole energy is sort of like that. However, in terms of the clarity, I get the best card in the deck.
Right. The star.
Yay! So the star is really about hope. It's about inspiration. It's about direction. You know what I always feel the star is? The star is, there's my direction, and that's the way toward it. This is my soul's mission.
Mm-hmm.
This is my way toward it. And this is a blessing from heaven and a blessing from my own oversoul to me, so that I can bring forward into the world. But before you get there, I feel like there are some false thoughts or attitudes or habits or maybe ways of thinking that need to be somehow shed or somehow let go of or somehow seen as illusory.
Yeah, reshaped at least.
Okay, reshaped. I like that. That's even better. Okay, that's what I have.
Okay, the reason I say that is because what I have on my board. This is your spirit. And right now, your spirits things are changing around it. Is your spirit's reshaping things, because in the future, the ideas that are planting right now that are growing out of this reshaping of spirit are going to flourish and grow really, really well. And it's partly because you've got your grounding in your third eye, and in the third eye, that brings abundance to life, including manifesting your vision. But you've got out here in the center part and kind of the body part is our brains, our mind is final thoughts are coming, but they're not together yet. Remember, the earth is what things grow from, go into the water, and then they move and flow out. The past is in fire and it goes through air. The past sort of purifies things, and then the air sweeps it forward. So in this case, the thoughts are kind of emerging like little seedlings, since it is a garden. But in the water, we have our body. And what happens in the body is it will help all these things when they get grounded, and they're not grounded yet. This says it will help when it is grounded. So right now, I think it is an illusory day. It's a day when we kind of can see around corners. We can kind of see what we want to see. We're kind of in our third eye a lot. But our spirit really is still forming. Spiritual changes are happening right now when you have spirit in the present. But the future looks great. There's a lot of clarity and where you're moving to. So that would be seeing the star. We're just not, we may be reaching for it, but we're just not ready to grab it.
Yeah, it's almost like when you're cooking, there are certain things that you cook. Let's say you have to put in the refrigerator to like Jello sort of thing. It's like you have to let it set. And that's where we're at. It's a little bit like that. It's like, no, let it sit for a while, and then we'll come back and take care of it, you know? You ever make icebox cake? You know what icebox cake is?
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, icebox cake is like, I guess it's like a 1950s American dessert. So it's these chocolate wafers that are super, super thin. They're not that easy to find, but anyway, they're super thin chocolate wafers. And then you make your fresh whipped cream, and then you do one and one and one and one. And then you make strips logs of them, and then cover the whole thing in whipped cream, and sometimes in sprinkles. And then you put the wax paper over the whole thing, and you have to put it in the refrigerator. And within about 24 hours, like the chocolate takes on the whipped cream and it gets really fat, and it's really like, oh my God, it's so delicious and gooey and but it needs to sit in the refrigerator. It's not ready now. It's not going to be ready in an hour. It's not going to be ready even in 6 hours. It really kind of needs more than overnight.
Yeah. Have you ever made ice cream with a small child?
No.
Mix it in the ice cream milk, when you start with and real homemade ice cream is so good. But the kids are like, is it ice cream yet? I mean, they think it's like the Baskin Robbins. You pour it in this side and it comes out after and finished.
Right. I think that's the energy. It's like everything's a process. You're in process, and allow yourself to be in process.
Yeah, and a lot of us are, especially this time of year, we're thinking about in the tradition I was raised in, the big holiday was the 25th, and then there was the 12 days of Christmas afterwards. And so you're building up to that family high. So for some people, it was a family high. Unfortunately, for a great many people, it was a family low. And so you're looking at that holiday season again. Are you going to let it become what it really should become? You're going to dwell on what it was.
Right.
And that, but I really think for the world, we're sitting on the edge of something anticipating. So it's going to be interesting. Did you want me to draw a card? Surrender, flower
Yeah,
language?
let's do that today. Let's do that today.
Okay, surrender, yeah, because pretty heavy. Jeffrey and I don't do heavy readings unless
No,
we have
heavy's
heavy.
bad. Bad heavy. Heavy bad.
Yeah, heavy's bad unless it's all you got, guys. And apparently we have to go through the heavy to learn about the light. And I'm drawing from the deck by Judy Orloff, MD. The Power of Surrender. It makes me crazy when people use decks and they don't tell you what they are.
That's why I just use this one.
Yeah, I know. I've actually had people ask me what those cards were. So, you know, there are people. So I'm going to cut it. Oh, surrender your desire to control people. I hadn't thought of it from that aspect, but what if you're trying to run other people?
No, that's the wrong reading.
Huh? It says, it's cool. She's got a cool black snake. It says, being over controlling can sabotage relationships. A more effective way to achieve your goals is back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. In other words, let it sit in the refrigerator till it's good chocolate cake.
Right. Right. Yeah, because sometimes the best thing to say is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Takes a long time to get that one.
Yes, you'd be very old. Anyway, we want to thank you all for coming, and we hope you
Yes.
survived yesterday's full moon, and we're moving on into the holidays, and you'll stop by and see us during the day. Thank you, dears. Bye.